Yo, what's up, guys? This is your boy Omar, and let's talk about one of the phone cases, right? And we got right here this one that I have right here for my C-Fold 7. It's called the packet that I got was the Grand Combo, the ArmorGrid ArmorAir case, and this one's built with Kevlar. All right, so let's get everything out the way. Aramid fiber cases are awesome. I've been using them for the last year, and I gotta say I do love Aramid fiber cases. I have it on my 16 Pro Max, and I have the Benks one here too. All right, Benks make really great cases. All right, sure, like every company, there's always little problems here and there. I know with this case, the cutouts could have been a little bit different, could have been better, especially for the price that you're paying. But I'm one of the lucky ones that got a pretty decent one. I've seen some people posting theirs that the cutouts were really bad, and those were the early people that actually got the case, right? I had to wait a full month just to get this case, and I guess I'm one of the lucky ones that had a pretty decent cutouts on the cases, right? Now, with that being said, the case, all right, it actually looks pretty cool. It has a cool design on the back of it. So I'm not sure if y'all can see that right here. It got a really cool design on it. Got a little K for Kevlar. That's what I think it means. Got this, I'm not sure if this is plastic or metal, but it gives like this little ring design over here. I wish that ring would have been a little bit more up, that way you could protect your camera's lens a little bit more, because it's barely over the camera lens, so kind of feels like if it's flush with the camera lenses. Yes, a little bit more raised would have made it better. I mean, you're already making that raise, so might as well just go a little tiny bit more. That way the camera is a little bit more protected. But it is what it is. It has a hinge protection, and it's very thin as well, as you can see. Look at the inside of it. So it does have a hinge protection, and this one is connected down here. Right, so it has this leather, might be a synthetic leather or something, but it gives it a really good feel when you're holding it in your hand. All right, it does not add bulk to it whatsoever. Like, the only thing it'll add will be this little tiny bit, right, that you see right here. In order to be able to, it's going to add just a little tiny bit. That's all. You'll keep your phone slim, as you can see with my 16 Pro Max. When I put it here, right, see, you'll keep it slim still, and basically it looks like if you're just holding two phones, right? Look at that. The 16 Pro Max is just as thick as this one, right? Close. Now, opening and closing, right? Opening and closing the phone is a little bit more easier with the case on, because it has a little bit more grip. Without the case, I mean, it was hard to open. Like, I had to dig in with my fingernails and push out, right? With the case, it gets a little bit more grip, so when you're opening it, it's a lot easier to open. All right, so it gets that little texture, that little grip, and you're able to open the phone easily. Open, close. Where is it? Open, close. All right, open, close. All right, so it gives it that a little bit more ease of use, which gives you a more what's it called, like safety, where you don't think you're about to drop the phone, right? It makes it a little bit more safer to use to open. Now, the combo did come with a screen protector. It's supposed to be an anti-reflective screen protector. I will tell you right now, because I'm using the Flow Lab right here, and I will tell you this thing reflects a lot of light. Like it reflects a lot. It's very reflective compared to this one, right? Look at that, all right? Look at this. It's like very reflective. So when I went outside, you could tell the difference from Flow Lab and from Benks. Flow Lab has a really good anti-reflective screen protector. Benks, it kind of felt like I was just using a regular screen protector, right? Which I'm not gonna lie, like I don't care, honestly. As long as my screen is protected, it doesn't matter. All right. Now, magnets. MagSafe is okay. I'm not gonna say it's the best right here because I haven't been able to see it that well. Like unless I'm using like a really good MagSafe like Endoville, yeah, it's kind of like yeah. So Banks they do have their own MagSafe ring on it for their product, right? And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, this one I'm not a big fan of. Okay, it's not because it made bad or anything like that. It's actually pretty cool. I just don't like this thing right here. It feels like it's too loose for me. I feel like I'm about to break it, right? Even though I'm able to use it, and look at that, it feels comfortable and everything. I am more into using the middle finger one. The middle finger, that way I'm able to hold a lot more than my second finger, right? My index finger. All right, so it's comfortable, don't get me wrong, but it feels like it's way too loose. All right, does have the little kickstand. It works perfect. This works too, but I mean, to me it feels a little too loose, right? Which is the reason why I'm using a brand from Nilken, because with theirs I'm able to use the middle finger and I'm able to hold it, and to me it feels a lot better holding it like this, right? But that's just for everybody else. Now let's just keep it right here with Benks, and because this is what they have, right? And with their own stuff, I mean, it's good. It feels comfortable. It's just not the finger that I want to use, because I want to use the middle one. I want to be able to hold it this way, right? If this loop was a little bit bigger, it would have been a whole different story. It's not, so like this, but I feel like it's a little too loose. This thing feels a little too loose and all that. But other than that, I mean, it's a really good, what's it called? It has a really good kickstand. Right there, as you can see, it has a really good kickstand. So you're able to use your phone this way. You're also able to use your phone like this. You're able to flip it if you want to, right here. Boom, you have it backwards right here. So, you have many different ways that you could hold your phone as well, and you'll be good, right? The case, all right, the case is on the expensive side. All right, we're talking about $90, $89.99. Since I was an early adopter, I pre-ordered it. I got mine at $71, which is still expensive. So for something that's very expensive, you want perfection, which I'll be honest with you guys, this case did not have it. Okay. Now, don't get me wrong, it will be my main case. It will be the only case I will have for this phone, because I don't want to be taking off the adhesive, putting it back on. I don't want to be doing that. All right. So I want to make sure that the adhesive is stuck in there and I don't have to do anything with it. That's why until I got the case, I did not fully use the phone like it was supposed to be used, because I wanted to make sure that I was able to get the best, from the best experience, right? And I do not want to be changing the phone case every single time on something that requires adhesive. Okay, so where are the imperfections? The imperfection comes from the cutouts. For instance, up here, even though you see how it's on the side, it's not in the middle, and then out here it's a little bit lower, not high like it's supposed to. other side, you see how this one's on the side. This one, it looks kind of quiet, but it's a little bit too low, right? They're supposed to look like this one right here, kind of, right? Like this one here. But see how this one like almost getting covered? So it's little imperfection like that. Look at that. You see how this one on the side, it looks like two little eyeballs just moving around, right? Now, here goes the next one. It's not covered all the way. You see how this one's covered all the way? This one's not. Look at that. I'm not sure if they're all like that, but look at that. It's very exposed. All right. So it's little imperfections like that that makes you wonder what's going on with their quality control. Okay. The case is awesome. Don't get me wrong. I would buy it, and I would still buy it. Right. There are things that Benks does have to fix because they are charging. Right now, if you buy it right now, retail price $90. For $90, you better have perfection. All right, that's all I can say. You better have perfection because these are not cheap. They are expensive. Now, the case so far feels great. I've been using it for the last couple of days. It feels like I'm holding a phone, you know, a little portfolio phone or something like that, and it just feels really good. I do add it with my nailkin ring because, you know, I feel more comfortable using the middle finger than the index finger. Okay, and this one seems a little too not too much, right? But the case alone is awesome. You keep the slim profile, the little hinge protection. When you do open it, look how much, like, it's not too much, right? The hinge is not too much on it. I've used it already like this, you see, and the phone is actually, you know, sitting on the hinge right here, which means that your screen will be protected, right? So now you got part of the front side of the case right here, and you're using the hinge. So the phone is elevated a little bit, your screen is protected. When it comes to screen protection, there's really not a lot. Just keep that in mind. There's not a lot. All right, you barely have any rays. If you look through my forehead, right there, you see how you can see the black line? You see where my thumb's at? That's barely any type of rays on it. So keep that in mind when you're using this type of case, that you probably won't be getting a front screen protection. Just keep that in mind. All right. Me personally, when I have it, I just put it like this. You know, this is the way I have it most of the time. If I do bring it here, I gotta make sure it's something that's flat like this, and slowly put it down. I don't drop it or anything. I slowly put it down. If not, it's like this, right? If you're using the grip that is supposed to be for it, you know, you'll be really well stay in there, but it's still kind of wobbles a little bit. With this one, you know, wobbles a lot more, but it is what it is. All right, I like this one better for me. Again, the MagSafe is not the greatest, so you better have a MagSafe ring that is really good. MagSafe is not the best, but it keeps everything in here, you know, like, you know, it's not gonna fall. All right, I'm not gonna go hard on it because I know it's gonna fall, and you know, I got this thing right here, so yeah. But that being said, do I recommend this case? I do, especially this one, the ArmorGrid one. I believe that's what it's called. Let me see. Hold on. This one's called the ArmorGrid. So the ArmorGrid one is awesome. It looks awesome. It looks great. I think this is the best looking one they have, which is the reason why I got it. You know, it got a little different colors right here. Like, you know, this silver tone could have been gold. Would have been cool if it was gold and gold right here, right? And gold logo. That would have been cool. But, you know, I kind of like that silver and black. It looks pretty cool. So, yeah. Do I recommend it? I do. Just keep in mind that it will have its flaws, all right? Like in my case, the cutouts are not that perfect. And you see how this one is right here? Is not all the way through like it's supposed to. So it will come with its imperfections. If you can, just get a discount. Look for a discount code or something, or just wait for you know, fall sale, back to school sale or something like that to get it, because it is on the expensive side. But I believe this is one of the best cases you could get, if not the best one. All right, guys. So till next time, peace.